All right, like I said, good morning. I'm Mr. Maurice, teach 7th grade math and science, work with instructional technology. Can you tell me your name?
Patel.
Okay, very nice to meet you. I'm excited to get to hear what you have to say about Summit. What I want you to feel free is to tell me your real opinion. So if you like it, great. If there's parts you don't like, feel free to share that too, because I'm pretty open-minded. I'm not necessarily sold on Summit, so I'm kind of relying on you guys to help fill in those gaps for me, because I don't know a lot about Summit, and I want to know more because I've seen 6th grade do some pretty amazing things this year. So I've got a few questions that I'd like to ask you. First of all, how would you describe Summit Learning? What is it for you?
It's like for me, as you're going by your own pace. You can go as fast as you want it, or as slow and work on it. So that's the best part of it.
And you like that? Okay. What has been your experience?
It's been good. Sometimes you get confirmations and you have to fix them, but after you send them in, they will just give you feedback, and you can work on that. So that's the best part.
So you like being able to, even though you might have submitted an assignment, you can go back and
look at it instead of like on Google Classrooms. When you turn in something, it says can only view, so you have to unsubmit it and do it again.
Yeah. Do the teachers, modify your grade if you've made edits and changes, so you can improve your grade? Okay. What is one word that you could use to describe Summit Learning? If you had to use one word.
I would say you can pace yourself.
Okay, pacing. I like that. I think that's a good term. I've heard that from a couple of other people too. So I'm a school board member. Pretend. I'm not really. Sometimes I like to get a big head and think I am, but I'm not. But if I were a school board member and we were going to have to vote on whether or not to keep Summit Learning, what would you as a student tell us? How would you want us to vote?
I would keep going with Summit because the teachers don't teach us. They just teach us the basics. Then we can go on with it because they have documents and stuff put in it, an activity. So I would keep going with it so the teachers have more time to give us feedback in. There's a lot of students, so it would give them more time to give us feedback instead of like them just teaching the whole time and they don't have time to do that. So that's the best.
So when you compare last year or years before to now, do you think the relationship between you and your teachers is different?
A little.
How so?
Last year you would ask a lot of questions on stuff that we don't know, but this year they tell us what to do. If we need questions, we just ask a few questions, so it wouldn't be that.
So do you think Summit has helped you to become more of an expert? So in years past, it's been the teacher has been the central source of all knowledge in the classroom. Do you think Summit has helped that to not be the case? That your teacher's still an excellent resource, but now you have the ability to be an expert. Do your teachers use that?
Sometimes. They ask us questions and we can tell them.
Okay, awesome. Do you feel prepared? More so than in years past?
Because last year they would give us something to study on, but on this you can study on the computer and open resources instead of going back to those papers and when testing time comes up and you get stuff.
Okay, so you feel like you've retained your information a little bit better. That's awesome. What would you tell students who are struggling? Say you have and I'm sure you have classmates who do struggle. What would you tell them about Summit Learning?
Make a priority list and do whatever's overdue, then finish all your other things before that comes.
So it sounds to me like Summit helps keep you guys organized. Do you like that? Is that something you struggled with before Summit? Because I know as a kid, I would struggle with organization.
Because there's a lot of notes that we had to keep in our binders, and sometimes the binders broke, so they'll fall out.
Okay. What is one thing that you want the world to know about your sixth grade class in Summit Learning? If there was one thing that you could tell Chester County, Tennessee, the world about what you guys have done this year, what would you want it to be?
I would tell them that Summit is a lot more easier than like last year, because it would be difficult to just study, and it's already on the computer, so you can just look off of that. But you can't look off it while testing. But once you're done with testing, if you don't pass it, you can look back onto it and study. Then you can ask the teachers. So the teachers don't give you tests. We can ask them.
Okay. All right. Anything else? I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day.